Today on Public Eye News, Governor Whitmer proposes a budget increase for the Michigan State Police. But first, the DNR cautions UP ice fishers on protecting sturgeon populations.
Coming up, Ashlyn Shadig will have your weather forecast, looking into conditions for the next couple days. Luke Niddle will bring you today's sports breakdown. I'm Charlie Anderson.
And I'm Bianca Kroll, and this is Public Eye News. This Saturday, the 32nd annual Tenary Outhouse Race begins. This tradition in the small town of Tenary has been going on since 1994. Contestants come together and race down Main Street in outhouses with the most creative designs. These designs range from using wood, cardboard, and grand piano crates. During intermission of the races, enjoy the fur hat contest to see the most extravagant hats. This event is held every last Saturday in February and has created a long-lasting fun for everyone of all ages. Races will begin at 2 p.m. And the Boromir UP Heritage Center is set to open their new exhibit, The Political Life. This exhibit will feature many of the Upper Peninsula's politicians. Some featured politicians will be Chase Osborne as Michigan Governor, State Representative Dominic Jacobetti, First Female Lieutenant Connie Bensfeld, and Cora Reynolds Anderson, First Native American woman elected as State Representative, and many more. This exhibit will open today with the opening reception from 5 to 7 p.m.
The Department of Natural Resources has released a statement urging Upper Peninsula ice fishers to know the laws around the catching of lake sturgeon. Lake sturgeon are the only species of sturgeon native to Michigan. Since 1994, lawmakers have listed this rare fish as a threatened species in need of conservation. The DNR wants people to know that in most waters in Michigan, fishing for lake sturgeon is against the law. Any lake sturgeon caught incidentally while targeting other species should be released immediately. To report illegal harvest or targeting of lake sturgeon, anyone can complete the Report All Poaching form at michigan.gov/eyesinthefield. NMU President Brock Tessman invites alumni, family, and friends to 3 upcoming NMU alumni nights around the country. These events are geared towards including and educating Northern alumni with the university's present and future. Each event includes refreshments and a presentation by the university president. Alumni nights will be held Wednesday, March 12th in Lansing, Michigan, Monday, March 24th in Fort Myers, Florida, and Wednesday, April 2nd in Chicago, Illinois. For more information, reach out to Alumni Relations at alumni@nmu.edu. Northern Michigan University's Symphonic Band and Wind Ensemble will be launching a new Okanagan Charter Concert Series. This series starts this Monday, February 24th at 7 p.m. and will be held at Reynolds Recital Hall. This inaugural concert will feature a set of compositions aimed at enhancing mental health awareness among student musicians. Beaumere Center Director Dan Truckee will play and sing traditional Michigan folk music along with the band in a collaborative performance. Piano professor Dr. Teresa Camilli will also make a guest appearance. This concert is open to the public and admission is free. Volleyball is seeing a boom in popularity. It's the #1 sport by participation for high school girls. Now, the biggest stars of professional volleyball are set to face off at the inaugural All-Star match this weekend. CBS's Dana Backus has more.
There's no denying the spike in popularity of women's volleyball. From a growing fan base to 3 professional leagues, the sport is having its moment.
What do you think it is about volleyball, especially women's and girls volleyball, that is causing it to grow in popularity?
I think it's super entertaining.
Ronica Stone plays for the Pro Volleyball Federation San Diego Mojo.
It's almost like an art when you're watching the game being played, everyone moving in unison and the mismatches and the crossing patterns.
With 7 teams in its inaugural 2024 season, PVF drew in nearly 400,000 fans.
If you wanted to play professionally, you had to pack your bags and leave the country.
Jen Spiker is PVF's CEO.
They can stay home, they can play for, their market or their team, but they can also play in front of their family and friends. And we're delivering a real living wage. Our base minimum pay is $60,000 for the 5-month season.
The league wants to capitalize on the sport's growth. In its sophomore year with 8 teams, they are already seeing a bump in attendance.
If you look at team sports, I would argue that women's indoor volleyball is probably the only sport that in no way, shape, or form takes a backseat to the men's version.
The league is making history. Hosting the inaugural All-Star Volleyball game on CBS, Stone is part of the lineup.
I'm so grateful to be a part of it, the building blocks, but there are so many women that set the foundation long before us.
Now there's hope this televised first will catapult the sport to new heights. Danya Backus, CBS News, San Diego.
Now don't touch that dial. Ashlyn will be back with your weather forecast after this break.
Coming up this week on High School Bowl, we wrap up our second round, our Cerebral 16 in fine fashion. In the first, it is a Copper Country grudge match as Painesdale Jeffers takes on Lake Linden-Hubbell. Hi, I'm Jim Koski, and then in our second game, we wrap up our Cerebral 16 when Mackinac City takes on Escanaba. That's coming up this week on High School Bowl.
Welcome back. I'm Ashlyn Shadig, and this is your Public Eye Weather News Report. Taking a look on campus, there's really not much going on. Taking a look at the map of the UP in Houghton, it's 29 degrees and sunny. Ironwood is 27 and sunny. Iron Mountain, 28 and cloudy. Menominee, 29 and sunny. In Marquette, 28 degrees and partly cloudy. In Escanaba, 26 and cloudy. Manistee, 26 and cloudy and sunny. Sault Ste. Marie, 24 and cloudy. Current conditions are partly cloudy with a temperature of 28 degrees. Winds coming out of the south-southwest at 12 miles per hour. And our barometric pressure is 30.46 and falling. Tonight, we are partly cloudy with a low of 14 degrees. Winds are again coming out of the south-southwest at 14 miles per hour. And our moon phase is waning crescent. Tomorrow, it'll be cloudy with a high of 32 degrees, a low of 21 degrees, and the winds will be coming out of the west at 9 degrees. Looking ahead, it'll be 37 degrees on Sunday and cloudy, with a low of 29. On Monday, it'll be 42, partly sunny with a low of 33 degrees. Tuesday, 34 degrees, partly sunny again with a low of 26 degrees. And I'm gonna send it back over to the desk.
Thank you, Ashlyn, for that weather update. I'm definitely looking forward to those warmer temperatures. Now moving into statewide news, President Donald Trump has appointed Governor Gretchen Whitmer to the Council of Governors. Trump has selected Whitmer to continue serving as one of the 10 governors who are on the council. She is the longest-serving governor on the council. This bipartisan group brings together governors from the country to work with federal agencies such as Homeland Security, National Guard operations, disaster response, and other security and safety measures. The Council of Governors is appointed by the President and works together with federal participants. She was first selected by President Joe Biden in 2021 and again in 2023. She will now continue her work under Trump's leadership. And more from Governor Whitmer as the Michigan State Police, or MSP, announced a series of new investments proposed from her executive budget. This investment was recommended by Whitmer and would include a 20% pay raise to MSP troopers and sergeants. Investing into the police workforce will help enhance public safety and keep the top talent in the communities. The budget would also allow for funding for victim support services and enhance investigative resources. The MSP troopers and sergeants will receive nearly $60 million and will benefit new recruits. The department will also hire and train 120 new troopers in the next fiscal year. This budget will attempt to show the commitment to public safety and crime prevention, as well as enforce the MSP's presence in Michigan. And in Washington, D.C., President Donald Trump and his senior advisor, billionaire Elon Musk, take another victory lap, and this time with a chainsaw. This is while thousands of federal workers are still waiting to find out if their jobs will be taken away. CBS News' Jared Hill has the latest.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
Elon Musk whipped out a chainsaw at a conservative conference Thursday as a federal judge said his and President Donald Trump's efforts to hack through the federal workforce can proceed. Earlier, the president praised Doge's efforts at a Black History Month event.
Elon Musk has done an amazing job.
CBS News has found that more than 12,000 federal jobs have been eliminated or are expected to be terminated, including more than 6,000 IRS workers this week. Most laid off have been recent hires with probationary status, like Katie Sandlin. She only recently moved to the D.C. area from Alabama to work as an educator at the National Institutes of Health.
We do important work. We're impactful If you have questions or concerns about federal workers, ask one.
Our new administration has accomplished more than most administrations do in 4 years.
Last night, President Trump played up his first month on the job at a Republican governors meeting, including progress on immigration.
We began the largest deportation operation in American history.
U.S. Border Patrol tells CBS News crossings have dropped 94% compared to this same time last year. Jared Hill, CBS News.
After this short break, Luke Niddle will be back with a sports report you won't want to miss.
Tune in to the heartbeat of the Upper Peninsula. At Public Radio 90, we're more than just a frequency on your dial. We're your trusted home for national public radio. Let our diverse blend of music be the soundtrack to your day. Public Radio 90, where community comes alive. Tune in and let your imagination soar. Join Nicole Walton every weekday morning from 6 to 9 with Morning Edition.
Welcome back to Public Eye Sports. I'm your host, Luke Niddle, and I'll be taking you through our Friday breakdown. Kicking things off in the rink, the Canadians put the United States on ice after a war in the TD Garden that ended with a wide-open Connor McDavid goal. Canada struck first, as they have through all 4 games in the tournament, with a Nathan MacKinnon goal early in the first. The Stars and Stripes responded with back-to-back goals by Brady Tkachuk and Jake Sanderson. Sam Bennett tied it back up at 2 apiece with 6 minutes to play in the second period, and neither team could grab an advantage until overtime. Jordan Binnington stood on his head, stopping 31 of 33, and made several incredible saves in OT. All players will now regroup tonight and prepare for the rest of the NHL season, which resumes tomorrow night. And staying on the hockey scene, the NMU Wildcats host the St. Thomas Tommies to start off the final home series of the season. The Cats will have their hands full trying to subdue the red-hot Tommies tonight, as USD checks into tonight 8-3-1 in their last 11 games. The Tommies are also making a mighty push for home ice in the CCHA playoffs, sitting 5 points behind Michigan Tech for the advantage. As for the Cats, they come into tonight 5-24-1 and hoping to close out the season on a high note at home. Tomorrow night is also senior night for NMU, as they recognize Jesse Tucker, Ryan Ouellette, and Jacob Lewandowski for their accomplishments as a Wildcat. Puck drops are set for 7:07 tonight and 6:07 tomorrow. And ending things off on the field, the women's lacrosse team continues their opening home season stand with a match against UW La Crosse. The Wildcats come into the matchup riding high after last weekend's dominations against Walsh and UW Stout. The Cats flexed their muscles with an 18-6 win against the Cavaliers and an 18-1 shellacking against the Engineers. Northern was recognized for their efforts with a sweep of GLIAC Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week nominations. Reigning GLIAC Freshman of the Year, Josie Lukoski, took home the Offensive Award with 7 goals over 2 games, and Nora Bates grabbed the Defensive Award with 3 ground balls and 3 caused turnovers. Opening faceoff for tomorrow is set for noon. That's all I have for sports. Back to the news desk.
Thank you so much for that, Luke. Looking into the weekend, what do you think you'll be doing?
I think I'm definitely going to catch those home hockey games with the last ones of the season. I'm really excited, but I heard you have a few more stories for us.
I sure do. NMU Theater takes the Shakespeare classic Much Ado About Nothing into the UP this weekend and next at the Panowski Black Box Theater. This production makes the creative choice to set this 400-year-old comedy in late 2000s Uper Deer Camp. Tickets are sold out online, but rush tickets are sold at the door. And Campus Cinema is set to host a screening of the beloved supernatural romance film Twilight. Attendees can expect digital bingo, snacks, and a prize for winners. Twilight will be at 6 p.m. on Sunday in Jamrock 100 with free admission for students and $1 for the general public.
Wow, I think that's really cool. I mean, are you going to check out any of these events this weekend?
Oh, I sure will. I'm big a fan of Twilight, so I'm excited they're doing it.
I think it's going to be great. I mean, do you think you could win it, possibly?
I think I have a chance.
And that's all the time we have at Public Eye News. I'm Bianca Kroll.
And I'm Charlie Anderson.
And we'll see you next week.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.